Hello and welcome back. Grillenheimer. Okay, a few things to know. Um, one, I'm on location. I'm in a cemetery where I'm probably related to about a third of the people buried here. Um, I'm looking at my great grandparents' plots right over there, and then my best friend and cousin, his dad is buried in here, and how we're all related. And I just was checking in my ancestry.com information, which is just extensive. I've just got added a lot of people in there with help from Ancestry.com and the Find a Grave website. Uh, you can't say that abbreviated. Uh, but yeah, and I checked their last name way over there, and I'm like, am I related to these people? And sure enough, I am. I wish I had a one of those, you know, little putting your camera on a stick thing, but oh well. But I am quote unquote close to down home where my grandparents grew up and met each other and fell in love and had kids and they were of well, my grandfather was of a big family. My grandmother not so much. Um, she didn't like talking about her background because she had a bit of a hard life. I think she was sort of treated like a boy. And when she was born, the only boy in the family passed away, and he was only maybe a couple of years old, and he may have been sick. And I always have this feeling her dad was a preacher, I think, but I kind of wonder if he tried to blame her for the death of his only son. I don't know. I may be reading too much in there. I don't know. But she never had a lot nice to say about her dad or her parents, and she didn't romanticize it as my grandfather did. My grandparents are not buried here. My grandfather's parents are buried here. Don't worry, I'm not showing names on anything. I think I'm related to these people. God, there's too many people. We're all related. I think, and once I did my DNA test, some black lady on the west side, on the west coast somewhere, Arizona or California, she's like, "Oh, we're related," and I'm like, "Really?" And I still can't figure out how, but I'm sure we are in some way or another. Again, we are all related. We are of one race. We are the human race created under God and saved by the blood of Jesus. But my wife is not doing so great. I mean, she's fine. She finally, we got her to a doctor today, to the doc in a box, and they gave her a shot or two, made sure she didn't have the CV or whatever, when she doesn't. But she had a terrible migraine. And she was um, just terrible. That's got to be a child's grave right here. So tiny, so many, so many. And I've seen a lot of people do some cemetery videos, and it's just very intriguing. But I'm not really doing that right now. But yeah, I did a cooking video, and maybe I shouldn't have. And that's another reason I don't like doing videos. Yay, I made it to 25 people. Yay, I made it to 50 viewers. Yay, I made it to 100 viewers. And of course, what happens? And people come and go. People come and go. Well, back when this was only Gamers Need Christ, um, that I started in 2013. And again, I was trying to teach the Bible. I wasn't doing very well. I'm not ordained. I'm not a minister. Did I just see a snake? Maybe not. Maybe a bird. Maybe nothing. Um, but I actually had about 18 to 30ish followers, 18 to 20 something followers, and they would come and go and come and go. So people are going to come and go, and that's not a big deal. I'm not making a big deal about subscribers and whatnot. I'm not monetized. I do not want to be monetized. I do a lot of videos now of fun stuff, interesting stuff, stop motion stuff, transformer stuff, the cards and whatnot. And you're not supposed to make money off that. I don't want to. I'm not trying to. I cannot be monetized. I want to let that's why I want to remain under the bar, down low, and just play it cool and just have fun. I'm just doing the original intent of YouTube. And when I found out people were making money on YouTube, I'm like, really? Why? How? What are they doing? But you know, there they are, making money off a company that originally just let you do, you know, be you and put it out there for all to see and be as crazy as you want to be, and people make money off of it. But it's a lot of interesting and fun stuff you can find here on YouTube. I'll give them that. But so there may not be a video this Thursday for Transformers, and it's just been very hectic. It's been a very full weekend. I got to get to the store now. Wasting time here at the cemetery. My son I'm having to do a lot of running around with my son, which normally either my wife does or my parents help out with. My parents have had some stuff going on this week. My mom has actually been, prayers work. My mom is felt the best in a long time ever. And she woke up, she's like, my knees don't hurt, I can walk, my neuropathy is kind of ebbed away, and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, felt the best she's has in a long, long time. She's been through a lot. So if there's been any prayers from y'all, thank you very much. Thank you very much. My family thanks you. So I haven't had the chance to do some stop motion. I have some ideas in mind. I have some funny stuff in mind. It's just going to take some time to do it in my little time that I have. What is that? Oh, I wonder if I can flip this around. Oh, it's just okay. Looks like someone tried planting a fake flower in there. That's funny. Oh boy, I'm under a tree now. Sorry. Well, got close and personal. They all didn't mean to. But it's just a really neat older cemetery. It's not super old. People passed in the 50s, the 40s, the 1880s, and whatnot. Some really old graves in here. Well, if you can see a little bit. Whoa, didn't mean to get my car in there. Just a really neat little grave cemetery in here, and I really like it. I don't get to come down here often. Like I said, my best friend and cousin, I think he's a second cousin once removed or twice removed, something crazy like that, and his dad is buried down here, and he'll come down. He hasn't been down, and he came down last year, about a week off the anniversary of his dad's death. Maybe, I don't want to get too personal with that. He probably wouldn't mind. It was a very long time ago. It was in the late 80s. And that was when his dad passed. And we were going to the same school. Now, once I realized, oh my gosh, and I'll just call him Rain. That was his nickname on the Working Designs message board ages ago, which is, long gone. He went by Rain on the WDMB. And once I found out, not only he was my cousin, we went to the same school together, and his dad had passed, I made a point to get to know him. He's like the best friend and only friend I have right now, my best friend, and we really keep up with each other. He enjoys Transformers and used to skateboard and bowling, and I bowled with him for a short time in his league, and we've had some fun together. He's got a family, I've got a family now. Life happens. And oh wow, 2014, yeah. And this cemetery is still active too. There was one buried back over there from 2019. I'm not sure if I'm related to them or not. That was a new area kind of down that way, with some newer graves. There's someone right there. It's 2014. But now I feel like what's that? I forgot the little guy's name, but wandering guy in Pennsylvania. He goes all over the place. The sun is in y'all's way. But yeah, I got to get to the grocery store like my normal stuff. But yeah, this is a really neat place in here. It's very quiet. It's very serene. Most cemeteries are. The one that my grandmother's and half, they're in the next county over, and it's kind of a trick to get to it. The last I was there, I didn't know where it was. I had to park and go over this huge tree, get around this huge tree blocking the whole path to the cemetery. And I'm thinking, I wonder if it's in here. And sure enough, I was right. And I got to get in there and look at that cemetery and take some pictures and whatnot. And I kind of wonder, they had one section down there, they're clearing out a little bit. I wonder if they're going to start adding some graves on the other side of the road here. Well, that sun's bright. I just want to start reading names. I just want to, but I can't. I feel that, I hear that's a no-no on YouTube, so I won't do that. But and I'm apparently, according to Ancestry and everything, even if it's not by blood but by marriage, I'm related to so many people in here. It's crazy. I love it. Yeah, if you can trace your family, you need to do it. You need to do it. And some of these names are so common, I'll just read a few off without showing names and years and anything. But like Northcutt, Allen, Bass, Goggins, and Pickett. Lots of Picketts. Wow, there's a Fletcher way over there. There's an Allen right here. Hey, spelled it wrong. No, it's the last name, Allen. My middle name is something like that. But if you look closely at my TCG stuff, you will see my name on the card. I probably shouldn't be doing that. I did start as Grillenheimer. And someone coming up? I thought I heard a car coming. But just a really nice place. I remember when my kids were real little. My son was a toddler. My daughter was just over being a toddler. And we came down here and had a picnic. This wasn't where I was wanting to have a picnic. It was in like January, February. And we had a lunch, and we were going to come down and then go back home. We had somewhere else to go. And I was really wanting to just picnic somewhere else, like one of the state parks that's not too far from here. Didn't happen. We ended up having our little picnic at my great-grandparents' plot over there. And I'm thinking, boy, this is weird. It was nice. It was freezing because it was January, I believe. But yeah, probably no video this Thursday. Because it's just been very busy. It's going on 3 o'clock. And so I have just under 2 hours to get to the store and get a few staples I need without getting anything cold and get back. Pick up my son from his practice. But let's get back to Transformers real quick. Dosserbot, Chief Dosserbot, that is, who's based on the name of a real person, of a fire chief, I think. That's his name. Okay, I made this character and put it out there on the custom board on Facebook. And Armando, or this guy named Armando, I don't even know who he is. We've gotten to know each other a little bit through Messenger and whatnot, but in Facebook, he seems like a really nice guy, and Christian got that too, I believe. And he was so inspired by this character, so inspired. He drew it himself. He's like, "Oh man, I love this character. This is awesome." And he drew it, and he sent it to me, his sketch, and I'm like, "Wow!" And I thought he was going to color it for me, and he was going to hand color it. And he had sort of started, but he didn't finish. And I'm like, so I colored it. And you saw the results in the progress of that, from markers to a finished computer coloring and shading, which not too bad once I finally did it. Because the first time I did it, he's like, "Is that really what you want?" And I sent it back to him. I'm like, if you can do better, go ahead. 'Cause I'm not really a colorist. I've gotten better. I've learned a lot of tricks, etc. Looking at some other people's finished products and kind of learning how to shade and whatnot. And I've talked about that some. And so I ended up, taking his image that he drew and sketched in pencil, which on potato paper or onion paper, which looked amazing. And I took that and I went in and I had to completely redraw it into the system and colored it myself, computerized. The first time was not my best. I went back and I was like, let me go back and make this look better. It looks even better. Well, now I'm like, okay, I have this old drawing of my initial drawing that inspired him to even do his artwork for Chief Dosserbot. And I'm like, I need to color this. So I'm actually in the middle of coloring my own Chief Dosserbot. And because his bot mode, because I've already done his alt mode. And remember, he's based on an antique fire engine. So I'm going back, and because it's the bot mode, there's a lot of detail and a lot of sun, and so I'm going to go back, and because of the detail, it takes longer. All right, so it's been fun, and I'm not too far from being done. But because of my wife's ailments and her aches and pains. And I think she has some similar health issues as Xena Princess Warrior. That's my nickname for Buddy's. I'll just say Buddy's wife, Buddy's girl. And I think he moved on to Dragon Ball. I kind of follow her somehow on Facebook. I don't know what happened there, but I follow her and we chat, and sometimes she'll put Buddy out there. And so my wife has a lot of similar ailments that she does. And my wife has not, again, like I said earlier in this video, that, she could be better. And it's just been a really rough week for her. And we're beginning to think maybe it's not her lupus flaring up that she's feeling, that it could be shingles, according to the doctor today. I don't know. She says she's never had chickenpox that she knows of. But we'll find out. But they gave her a little something. She's feeling a lot better. Her headache that she had, this migraine that was so intense, she was getting really hot overnight. I was trying to stay awake as much as I could last night in case she needed me, because she has been sleeping in the den, not because of this ailment per se, other reasons. Her flare up, her nerves, and everything else. It's hard for her to sleep in the bed. So she's been sleeping in the den for the past many weeks. And normally, because, when she's going to sleep, she's going to sleep. So I haven't had the chance very often to do some of my stop motion stuff. I've been doing some when I happen to work at home. I'm supposed to work. I could really work at home all week now if I want to, but I get more done when I go in. So I'm going in 3, working 3, and 2 at home. 3 at work and 2 at home. So, and so when I'm home on my lunchtime, I will do some stop motion. So, and I've kind of got something in the wings that I think that is done. That's not just huffer and pipes transforming, going dink, and bopping hands, fists, which is kind of cool. I like that. It goes by so quick when it's done. I'm like, man, I wish I had time to do more. But I got some funnier stuff coming. And maybe a few of the little story arcs. I've got to find the Matrix. I got to find that Galvatron's Matrix. I don't know where it went. But of course, we got another Matrix or two. But I'm going to bring Wheelie back. See what happens if he gets the Matrix or something. Because remember, he started off. Hot Rod had it, he dropped it, Wheelie came out and got it, and then Bumblebee stole it from him. So there's kind of a running theme with that if you've seen all the stuff that I've done. So with that, we'll see you next time. I got to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Godspeed to you. Have a great day.